Hello. My second feed. Maybe I should turn Wi-Fi off. I don't know if that'll help. Alright, seems to be better now. Alright, I'm here in Raphine, Virginia. Just got a shower. And it's one of two pilots so far that I've recently had that has just been terrible. You know, one is the cleanliness of the shower, and that's it had mold in the shower. The toilet hadn't been totally flushed and cleaned. I'm not sure why that guy just backed up and then went forward. Oh, the brakes are locked up. Oh, let's see if I can turn it around. He's dragging bad. I don't have a CB, so I can't tell him. He must know. I mean, if your air pressure's not built up, but your brakes aren't going to release. I don't know if it's still. So anyway, number one is the cleanliness. Number two is the size, and they really can't do much about the size because it is what it is. It's just poor planning to begin with, and it's not like they have an excuse of like this is like a landlocked area where the land is not prevalent, because the lot is huge. There's plenty of room for parking. They just probably could have given the shower like an extra, I don't know, 3 or 4 feet, and you would have been fine. There was no place to put anything down, so like I mean, there was a chair, but it really wasn't suitable to like set up everything on. And it has a stupid sink that doesn't have any kind of counter space. And then on top of that, there was no shower curtain. So the only place to put my dirty clothes was on a hanger. That luckily they have a hanger, because I've actually been to some place where the hangers have been ripped off and they haven't replaced them. But you got your dirty clothes hanging right next to the shower, so you have to be super careful not to get your dirty clothes wet, because you know, it's one thing to have dirty clothes, but then to have dirty wet clothes is a total another thing. So you have to, you know, you have to wash them right away, and that's not always possible. You know, and obviously you want to do a load instead of a half a load. So a simple shower would have been great. I mean, not shower, a shower curtain. And it wouldn't have been very much money, because it's like the shower was like 3 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot. Or no, 3 foot, yeah, 3 foot squared. You know, obviously full height. So had I known, I would have like stopped earlier and showered somewhere else. But I was under time crunch. I was expecting to be late for my load. When I got the assignment, it said it was 330 miles from Obitz, Ohio to here, or not here, but I'm like 30 minutes away from the customer. So I ended up it ended up being 390 miles instead of 330 miles. And I could have got up a half hour earlier, and I just didn't, because I actually thought I thought I had plenty of time. And then when I ended up dropping my empty trailer where they wanted me to drop the empty trailer and going to pick up the load from the drop yard, it was quite the ordeal, because like for some reason they weren't answering the intercom at the drop yard. So I was sitting at the gate for like 9 minutes just waiting for them to answer the gate, even though the security guard was there and he could have let me in, but I guess he had his marching orders not to let anybody in without the person on the other end okaying it. And I can understand that. I mean, it's, you know, it's his, you know, it's his job on the line if he were to let somebody in that's not supposed to be in there. But anyway, that took longer than expected. Then I had to take a 30-minute break because by the time I got the load picked up and got going, I had like 4 hours left, 4.5 hours left. I don't even know if that's right. No, that can't be right. Maybe it was. I don't know. It wasn't very efficient this morning. All the little tasks I had to do. But basically, in order to reset my 8-hour clock, I had to take a 30-minute break, and I was going to be an hour late for the pickup. So I called and I made sure that they were aware. My company was aware of it, and so what they ended up doing is they ended up rescheduling it for tomorrow morning. So now, instead of being a work-in, I have an appointment at 8:30 tomorrow morning, which is fine for me, and hopefully it doesn't count as a late for me. But I have pretty good what do they call it? There's like a performance bar that they set. You know, your idling time, your fuel mileage, your on time, whether you're making your ETAs correct, all that is like a part of your performance. I forget what they call it, but it ends up being a 2 cent per mile bonus every quarter, and they want you to be above 95% in order to get that bonus. And I'm normally over 100. I don't think it's percent, it's points or something. Because it's over 100, like 203 for me all the time. So anyway, I really don't know how the quality of this video is. Let's see, is there a way for me to see the chat? Do I have to turn that on or something? No, I don't think so. I'm not sure if anyone's watching because it's just very bad connection up on the top, and it may be a terrible feed. But anyway, the shower here in Raphine, Virginia, don't stop here. There's only one other pilot that I've been to recently that's this bad, and that's in North Carolina. I gotta look it up. It was a similar situation. Kenley. It's I think it actually used to be a Hess, but they just recently converted it, because it's right across the street from that big Petro, which is, you know, once you've been there, everything else is kind of crap. They're kind of like the Iowa 80 of the East Coast. I mean, they're not to that extent. They have a pretty nice gift shop, but they're one of the bigger truck stops on the East Coast. So that's that. let's see what else. I don't know. I guess I could talk about the TV show I've been watching. It's DC Legends. It's called DC Legends of Tomorrow, and it's really good. I don't want to spoil it too much, but it's kind of about time travel, and they take a couple little liberties on time travel, and obviously time travel's not a there's no exact science as far as time travel because nobody's done it. So everything's all theoretical anyway, but I have some kind of hard and fast theories of how if you could time travel, basically how it would go down, you know, because basically if you went in the past, like even the smallest little change would have a ripple that would just completely change events. And it's like a bull in a china shop with these guys, and I think that's kind of what makes the show a little bit kind of quirky, but at the same respect, it's kind of makes it unrealistic. And I guess superhero movies they're always unrealistic, but you know, the way they kind of nonchalantly just change events and they don't really care about the consequences is kind of I don't know, it's a little weird. So I realize I don't really have a whole lot to talk about on this video anymore. And I realize once I get more followers, I will have people commenting, and it'll kind of take on its own life. But right now, all right, Dana's here. She's just not able to chat for whatever reason. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up. This is the way my GoPro also, the battery didn't last like I tried to do like a time lapse through the mountains there in West Virginia, and it got about halfway through from Charleston to just past the big rest area there. I forget what the name of it is, but there's a big like gift shop they advertise for like 50 miles ahead of the place, and then all of a sudden I just noticed the GoPro was off. So it only lasted maybe an hour. I was hoping to do like the whole trip through the mountains and do like a sped up version, but I think at 4K it really uses the battery up quite a bit. So I'll probably have to buy a regular dash cam that's in 1080, because my, what is it called, overdrive, my GPS overdrive has a built-in camera, but it is so hard to use, and then there's a limitation on the memory stick that you can put in, and also, even though they say that it'll record while you have GPS going, it seems to shut off, and then also you can't record straight to the memory stick, which is like, it seems like it's kind of a flawed design. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. I realize in the replay it might be a little boring. But anyway, I think this is the way I'm going to be updating my videos, my daily vlog, and I'll be doing some editing here shortly to get some of my backlog videos up. Blake Snorlord said, I don't want this to be a chore. I want this to be fun. That's what this is all about, is having fun doing this vlog, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna end it. Have a good night.